How a Muslim like Mike Muluk got convinced that Jesus is God and Christianity is the truth. Who is Mike Muluk? Born Fatih Hamza al-Muluk, Mike is an ex-Muslim turned evangelical Christian. He studied and lived Islam for most of his life. Being a combat veteran and a security consultant, he intimately knew both moderate Muslims and Caliphate supporters in Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and Southeast Asia. Dr. Michael Ignatius Muluk is the author of two challenging books, a series about Muhammad. 1. How Muhammad stole the Judeo-Christian tradition. 2. How Muhammad inverted the Judeo-Christian tradition. As a writer on the popular Question and Answer Quora platform on Christianity and Islam, his answers on leaving Islam and about terrorism have been read more than 1 million times. Why he left Islam. Readers can easily find out the why by going through his answers on Quora. His main reasons for leaving Islam revolve around these following issues. 1. Muhammad, and what kind of person he was. See, for example, his answer to the question, "Do you agree that ISIS is practicing pure Islam as Muhammad did in 7th century Arabia?" 2. How Islam describes God. 3. The Quran's claims and moral values. 4. Archaeological and historical discrepancies. 5. Scientific errors in the Quran. His testimony. In his testimony he wrote, "A lot of people ask me whether after I left Islam, evangelists came knocking on my door, trying to convert me to Christianity. That never happened. Nobody ever pitched Christianity, or any other religion for that matter, after I left Islam. I still believed in a creator God and knew Islam could not be the truth. But I didn't have a clear-cut concept of what or who this creator God could possibly be. I got curious to how other people would describe the Godhead, so I studied Buddhism, Hinduism, albeit only on the surface, and Kabbalah, a school of thought in Jewish mysticism." Asked about his reading of the Bible, his explanation is remarkably interesting. He wrote, "Yes, at some stage I also bought a Bible, but having been indoctrinated for years by Islam that the Bible was a corrupted book, I dared not read it. Yes, I kid you not. I had a Bible lying around for about 2 years until I finally took up the courage to read it. And even then, I didn't want to turn the pages to the New Testament. Islam taught me that calling a human like Jesus to be God is a major blasphemy. It made sense that Jesus was just a human, and just in case that there is such a guy above, I really don't want to offend him by reading from the blasphemy that is in the New Testament. That was the power that Islam still had over me, and I didn't realize it back then." Why not read Mike's story of what he found when reading the Bible? Also read about the coincidence that he experienced. He wrote, "At that point I was really confused. How could this be? How could Muhammad produce a religion that features teachings that are all the inverted teachings of Christ in the Bible? At that point I believed, nay, I knew, that Muhammad was the author of the Quran. I also knew that he had not much of a clue about the religions preceding him. Muhammad was an illiterate who only heard about Judaism and Christianity by tales told around the campfire. Muhammad mixed up Mary, the mother of Christ, with Miriam, the sister of Aaron. Muhammad saw himself as the last of a long line of prophets. I truly believe that he thought he was. But somehow, without really knowing what's in the Bible, Muhammad unintentionally ended up with an exact counter-theology to what Christ and the Bible taught. Could it be coincidence? Or was there something much more sinister at work here? His 2 books, available on Amazon, reveal that answer. The link for reading Dr. Mike Muluk's whole story can be found in the description box of this video. Thanks for watching. If you learn anything new from this video, why not like it? Welcome to comment on what you think. If you subscribe, we can keep in touch.